enough. Is it working? Is it working? I hear it. Seems to be working. And over on YouTube. Is it working on YouTube enough? Oh, it is. Fantastic. Not going to do a harmony today though. Hey Luca. It is, yeah, it is picking up the game. Good. Ignore that. Hello. Oh, ow. Oh, Sorry, strange noises. Hey Sam. False start? Is there a problem? Seems to be working to me. Hi Billy. Everything working okay? Oh. Is it on again, Sam? Hello Shadow Ruby. On again, good. Can you hear me okay? Am I coming through clearly enough on this chatting stream? Oh, stretching the palms. Ah. Anyway. Hello Oxcare. Right. So, my first wish to receive 8 new guns. We angels have all our own guns for defense, but only just one gun is so lame, right? Oh, Exucier. So. Oh, well, welcome back, Shadow Ruby. So, hello and welcome to Gar1onChat. I am Gar1Reaver, and this is the first of. I want to start doing these monthly, as sort of a monthly chat. I'm aiming for the first Wednesday of each month. I will do a stream like this because I don't normally stream on Wednesdays, and this keeps both my usual week's streaming slots available. So I'm thinking, if this goes well, I'm going to stream for about 2 hours. I'm not wearing a watch, I just looked at it because that's just what I do sometimes apparently. And hopefully we'll just have a nice chat. We can communicate a bit more clearly and without as many distractions, because I'll be playing Arknights, but that's just sort of a background thing with long periods of doing nothing, so it's perfect for a streaming chat game. So, hey Pisces. I've got Exucier as my assistant. Haven't I? Locked and loaded, ready for action. What's the Yes, she said it better. Moving along. So, first things first, I've already done my daily sort of pickups, but I haven't done the base stuff yet. Oh, I also haven't put on sound. So let me just go back out and put on sound just so there is a little bit of background sound. Oh, well, thanks for dropping by, Pisces. Hey, Mimic. Right, let me just switch you off that one. Just while I do the settings. Hopefully that's okay volume-wise. Alright, back to the base. From 1 to 10, how would you rate A Hat in Time, and would you recommend it? I would definitely recommend it. It has brilliant heart. It's a very good game. Out of 10, I don't like to rate games out of 10 because that implies a very sort of particular, I don't know, maybe a 7? I guess, if I had to. Which, again, I'd rather not. But if I had to rate it out of 10, I'd say probably a 7. Can you hear me clearly enough over the background stuff? I can turn that down a bit. So I've turned it down a bit. Let me know if it's still too loud. It's very easy for me to turn this one down compared to most normal things in these streams. I do recommend Arknights. It's a very slow game. I play it, and I say this a lot, I play it like a marathon. You know, don't expect to get the best things, the best anything, really, within the first few months. I've been playing this on and... well, I say on and off. I've been playing across 2 different saves since February, I think, early February or late January, or whatever it was. I played for a couple of... a month or so on one account, and then I lost access to that account and now I've been playing on the second one. But, yeah. You don't get anything done quickly, especially as I am currently saving up for the next limited operator. So what I'm doing is my daily thing where you collect the stuff that's being sold. Yeah, you know how this works. If you don't know how this works, you probably don't know. Hey Nyan. And Ceylon. I rather like Nyan's animation for this. Can you move out of the way, Ceylon? Sorry. Yeah. I like that. Anyway. I used them in the workshop last night, so I needed to rest them. This is definitely one of those games that you have to play daily to get the most out of it, yes. It's a mobile game that's been ported to PC. So I go on twice a day at midday and midnight, and it's usually only for half an hour odd each. But I'm going to be dragging this one out a bit more. Mimic has been playing for a while and he says now he's getting things done. We also have an Arknights thing on the Gar1onChat Discord, which is linked below the Twitch and in the description of the YouTube stream. Where is this? Is this the bottom one? It is, yeah. What's your favourite game of all time? I would say, I've always said New Vegas, Fallout New Vegas, but I'm not 100% sure that's the case anymore. I don't really know, I guess. I'm unsure. Hey, Colinium. But yes, the reason I went for this game is because I go on this game every day. A lot of what I do is autopilot, so it's a very good one for just chatting, because as you can see I'm just doing all of this, I'm not thinking about it because I've done it 100 bloody times. I thought about it briefly, but you know. You played Battle Cats, so playing Arknights wouldn't hurt. It's not Raid Shadow Legends. I've heard of Raid Shadow Legends, but I've never played it. I just know its reputation. So, earlier on the Discord, we were talking about adaptations, like movie adaptations and the like. Because we were talking... oh, what were we talking about? I don't remember. What? I can't remember what got us onto it. We were talking about how I don't like... oh, Pokemon. It was Detective Pikachu. And real-life adaptations of movies and stuff. Live action, that was it. And I don't like them. My opinion is that stuff shouldn't get an adaptation unless the adaptation is better than the original. Like, if it's just doing it to do it again, it shouldn't exist. But if it does something that the other one didn't, or if it improves on it in some way, or like it makes it available so that someone else can watch it who might not have seen it before. So like game adaptations or game remakes as well. Oh, excuse me. I like it when there's a game remake that allows a game to be played in a gaming generation that otherwise it wouldn't have been able to. So, for example, I liked them remaking Pokemon Red and Blue as Fire Red and Leaf Green because no one has access to a Game Boy Color these days. You know, they're not what people go to play games, whereas the Game Boy Advance at the time was. And that's sort of generally my opinion on that sort of thing. Am I done here? Oh yeah, it's just because that's empty. Right, I'm wondering, you see, if I stick that back on, is it worth me moving that there and that there? Because what I'm thinking is this way I don't have to keep turning on and off the bloody ID block and risk accidentally not doing it. Hey Exu. So anyway, so this might not be the best looking place for this camera to be, but if it stops me having to faff about and remember and can focus on the conversation a bit more, then it's a plus. Sam disagrees with my opinion. I like live action remakes when it's a different take on the story, world, and bringing animation as close to life as we currently can. But I don't know why people feel the need to bring animation close to life. Like, for example, the Legend of Aang movie. I don't see the need for that at all. I have no idea why they did it, and the changes they made were abysmal. It didn't need to be live action. The animated version of Avatar is brilliant. So why would you need to remake it in live action? And I also, I mean, this is sort of going off on a bit of a rant at this point, but I also hate when directors do their version. I'm sorry, and this is going to sound incredibly rude, I don't give a shit about your version. I want to see the character. I don't want to see this one particular director's take on the character. No one cares, except the director and his friends and his devout fans. Everybody else. So, like, I don't want to see this director's take on Batman or M. Night Shyamalan's take on Zuko. I don't give a shit if you think he should be an Indian character and based on Indian, like, culture. They have a culture in the show. It's not Indian. The fact that he is pale is a fucking plot point. Anyway. I'm not annoyed that they cast like a pale guy as an Indian guy. I'm annoyed that he did it because he thought it would be better that way and because he liked the actor. And in doing so made Zuko's most noticeable feature, the dark scar on his face, virtually indistinguishable. Anyway, sorry. Went off on a bit of a rant though. Refresh. That's just one of the many, many problems I have with that terrible, terrible movie, and is genuinely one of the worst movies I've ever seen. But I don't know many adaptations that I think are good. Sorry, my nose is really itchy because I'm on camera again. Sorry, one more big complaint about the Avatar movie. When they were freeing those Earthbenders from like that prison, yeah, it was a decent episode, mostly filler. I suppose it introduced Earthbenders properly in the first season. But then they had, like, in that you'd have one guy like smashing a boulder into a wall. In the movie, it took like 7 of them doing a really overly exaggerated movement to move a single pebble slowly across the screen. Fuck off. It's not. That's terrible. Yeah, and they changed the pronunciations of the names as well. See, the thing with name pronunciations. This is why I hope they never ever do what's it called? Belgariad movie. Because there is every possibility, because the Belgariad is the book series that my name is from. Gar1 is a character in the Belgariad, and Gar1 is a character in the Belgariad, and Riva is a place in the Belgariad. So, if they did an adaptation of the Belgariad, and they pronounced it Riva, or Gar1, or Gar1, people would forever say my name wrong, and I would not handle that well. So I hope they never ever do an adaptation. I have the characters pictured in my head. I don't ever need to see an adaptation of them. I don't even particularly like fan art of those books because it's not how I picture them. Because I've been reading, my parents read me the Belgariad when I was very young, and I loved it from the moment I heard it. And not just because my name was in it. And I would never, ever want to see that remade, or made at all, you know. But given, I did, after Game of Thrones ended, I did read that someone was suggesting the Belgariad as the next Game of Thrones, and I would hate that. So I hope they don't do it. Anyway. Yeah, but you say, I haven't seen that movie, I can see why they changed the story or theme of certain series because you can't compete with nostalgia or people's association of it. That's what you're banking on. You have no reason to make it if you're not banking on the nostalgia and the association. And then you're like, well, you can't just, go with the association and the nostalgia because you can't compete with that. Then why fucking try, you know? Anyway, sorry, I'm getting very worked up about this. Be very careful watching Game of Thrones with your family. It's not really a family-friendly show. The thing is, the only person who knows the proper way to pronounce Gar1 in the book is the writer, David Eddings, who has now passed on. However, his son and his wife, I believe, are still around, and before David Eddings died, I really, really, really wanted to meet him, just because I wanted to sort of know what he thought that there was someone whose name was Gar1, someone who was actually in real life named after a character from his book. Sadly, that never happened. But I'm also sort of worried about meeting him, because what if I did meet him and he said, Gar1, I always pronounced it Gar1, or Gar1, or, whatever. Gar1. Can't even remember my own fucking name spell. Moving on. But yeah, so that's part of why I don't want that to ever be adapted, but that is a very personal situation to me. In general, I'm not against adaptations as a thing. Adaptations of books into movies or TV shows, for the most part, is fine. Like I said, the Belgariad is a very particular situation for me because of my personal connection to that series. But normal adaptations, I'm fine with, because it allows you to convert something. Like, I'm never going to read the comics, but the Marvel movies are the characters I'm aware of that I can enjoy in a way that I would actually enjoy. So adapting from one medium to another, generally perfectly fine. And even if the adaptations aren't very good, sometimes it's better that it would be better if they didn't do it. Sometimes anything is better than nothing, Whereas doing a second, like, for example, The Lord of the Rings. Amazon Prime are making a Lord of the Rings TV show. Why? I mean, yeah, I suppose it's a TV show, not a movie, but the movies are still good. They still look good. They are still visually impressive. The character portrayals are, as far as I know, accurate, and so on. So, why are they doing it except to make money? You know, they have no reason to do it other than it is a property that they can make money on, and I resent that very much. But, like, it's the same with turning stuff into live action like Detective Pikachu. I don't like Detective Pikachu. I've not seen it. But I saw from the very first trailer, I knew I wouldn't like it. So I've not watched it, because I just don't want to have that particular injection of anger in my life. But I don't really know where I'm going with this. I'm just sort of ranting. Is it okay? Do you want me to change the subject? Let me know if you do. Is this too much ranting? Yeah, it's... Sam likes the ranting, brings a lot out. It does that. Let's see. I've still lost track of where I was now. Oh, Detective Pikachu. That was it. Yeah. So, I hate realistic Pokemon designs. It's a concept that's been around for years, way before the Detective Pikachu movie, and apparently they brought in one of the artists who does the sort of realistic Pokemon designs art as a creative influence for the movie, and I hate that. I just really, really hate it. I don't think it translates. Pokemon See, this is a big problem with adaptations and stuff. Some things just don't translate well. Very little animation translates properly to the screen. And it's different with books and even comics, because they're static images. In the same way that you can convert concept art to the screen, you can translate comic books to the screen a lot better than you can translate animation to the screen, because then they have movement, they have a look, you see them from different angles. Like the Death Note movie, again, I've not seen it because I heard it was bad and I like the original, so I feel no need to watch the new thing. So it doesn't look like how I picture it, based on the anime, because it doesn't look like the anime. And the anime is the characters, and if you change the characters, then you've just redesigned the character. Whereas adaptations from a book, you have a description. You know, multiple people could fit a certain description. As long as you get the specific particulars right, it is still that character. Wow, what was I going to say? It's like cosplay. You know, I've seen virtually no anime cosplay that looks good, because it is very difficult to cosplay anime because the art style is not real, if that makes sense. The Sonic movie, that is an interesting one, because it wasn't a good movie. It had horrendous modern writing, like modern writing. The fact that he does the Fortnite fucking floss, like, what was it, twice, 3 times? That's painful. So that sort of thing is painfully dating it. So in 5 years' time, people are going to look back on that and go, wow, what fucking shit writer did this? Because that just dates it immediately. But as an actual thing, it wasn't that bad. I did a full sort of review, like a verbal review in the Voxeloria #1, I think it was. But it wasn't actually that bad a movie. Voxeloria should come back at some point, yeah. The reason it stopped was because Hazel had a cough for a large part of lockdown. And since then we've just not got back to doing it. Yes, Detective Pikachu should not have had Ryan Reynolds' voice. I completely agree, Shadow Ruby. Yeah, I like Ryan Reynolds as an actor. You know, he's got great comedy to him. He's a good actor. He can do certain roles very, very well. He should not have been Pikachu. Definitely not. He's a great Deadpool. He's great in some other stuff I've seen him. He should not be Pikachu. That voice does not fit at all. And that is a large part of why I was like, yeah, I'm gonna hate this movie. The visual design and the fact that it's Ryan Reynolds. If they'd found a more fitting voice for Pikachu, then I might have given it a chance. Like I'm not against a live-action Pokemon. Well, I am against a live-action Pokemon movie. I'm definitely against it, but mostly because I don't think people can do it well. I don't think it's that it can't be done well. I just don't think that people can do it well, if that makes sense. Here's the thought: you aren't attached to Sonic as much as other people are. So what if you flip the roles with regards to Detective Pikachu? You can't really flip the roles because they just did so much wrong with it. Like, if they'd released... we can flip the roles because there is something in common. If they'd released the original version, you know, with the horrible two-eyed human tooth Sonic, that would have been the equivalent of my opinion of the live-action Pokemon. I said this on the Discord, the only Pokemon in that entire movie that I think looks good, and again, I've not seen it, so I've not seen all the Pokemon in it, but I've seen a few of them from the trailers, and as well as some other clips and stills. The only Pokemon in the entire thing that I think looks at all good is Pikachu himself. And that's because they didn't do the full realistic treatment on him. You know, the others all look weird and slightly deformed and so on, but Pikachu, because they needed him to be cute, because he was the face of it, then they did him differently, as I see it. Oh. Well, bye then. What a thing to say, Shadow Ruby, but okay. I think it is that bad, Sam. I really do. I absolutely hate the realistic Pokemon designs, but the old Sonic was terrible. The newer Sonic actually looks like Sonic. I don't like certain elements of his design, like the weird, slimy, glued together fur-like spines. Those are very odd. And the whole electricity thing, that's weird as well. But but that's the closest sort of comparison. I'm not as into Sonic as I am into Pokemon. However, I would not have gone to see the Sonic movie if it had been the original design. But because they redesigned him, I was willing to give it a chance. And it's the same with the Detective Pikachu movie. Between Ryan Reynolds voicing Pikachu and the designs of the realistic Pokemon, I just wasn't interested. It was too much that I knew I'd hate. What other adaptations are there that I can rant about? Don't worry about Cookie. All the Disney. To be honest, I've not seen any of them because, again, I don't see the point. I don't know why they remade, like, what was it? Didn't they remake The Lion King basically shot for shot in live action? Why would they do that? Why did they need to do that? I'm also torn about remakes in general. No, but alright, well, we're just discounting that as a reason, you know? Then you're not allowed to say because of money. If that's the reason, then it's not a reason. As far as I'm concerned in this conversation, at least. Because you could do absolutely everything for money, but that doesn't make it a reason, you know? I've not seen Maleficent or Aladdin. Like I said, I've not seen any of the live action stuff they've done. But yeah, I don't know. I don't... So, alright, how about a remake I do like? Or a reboot, rather. Like, they rebooted Tomb Raider. And they redesigned Tomb Raider. And I like the new Tomb Raider. I've not played the old ones, but I really, really like the new ones. The Pokemon re-releases, like re-releasing a generation of Pokemon on a newer console. I like that. Because, again, it is re-releasing it in a way that it wouldn't likely have been played before. Like, yeah, Red and Blue, Gold and Silver, they all got re-released on newer handhelds so that they could be played in the modern day, when really they couldn't have been before. Whatever, you get what I mean, Sam. Whereas, I'm just trying to think, Age of Empires, that's another one. I did the Age of Empires Definitive Edition First Impressions, because you can't get the original Age of Empires to run on modern PCs, but a remake, you can. And that's good. It allows me to play the game that I love, and that I've not been able to play in years. Remakes like... I'm trying to think of some examples where pretty much just the graphics improved. I mean, I had problems with the Age of Empires remake because they screwed up the AI quite a bit, but I can't think of any where just the graphics improved. There are probably some, I just can't remember them off the top of my head. So, I'm not flatly against remakes or adaptations, just when there is no point to them, because then it is just a money spinner. And I don't want to see the gaming world or the film world or whatever just regress into a cycle, constantly remaking and re-releasing the same things in a cycle. And it's unlikely, but... Why do these conversations always turn so depressing? Anyway, Overwatch 2. I haven't seen anything about Overwatch 2. I don't like the idea of that either, frankly. I don't think it needs a sequel. Unnecessary sequels are also something I disapprove of. Like Skullgirls is a fighting game, and I don't really like fighting games. I'm terrible at them. I'm terrible at Skullgirls, but I really like it for the aesthetic and just the ideas behind it. That said, they released 3 characters as DLC after doing... They did this vote, right? Where they presented something like 20 possible fighters that they could add. And there was a community vote for which ones were added to the game. And the vote decided like the 3 that were added, which were Squiggly, who was my favourite, Eliza and Big Band is just the worst. Doesn't fit in that game at all. But anyway, And I thought that they were just going to keep... Hey, Alex. I just thought they were going to keep releasing DLC characters, which... Bit of an iffy practice, but frankly, I was okay with it because I really liked the game. And I like emailed or spoke to on Twitter one of the developers, and I was asking, are there going to be more DLC characters? And they said, no, we won't release more until Skullgirls 2. But why? Why not add them as DLC characters? I mean, there's a balance issue, I guess, potentially the more characters you have, but most fighting games have rosters of like 40 characters, and Skullgirls is sitting on like 12. So, is it that undoable to add these other ones that you've apparently already designed and put thought into? Why not add them as DLC characters? And I don't like the concept of Overwatch 2, because it's another thing that feels motivated by money. And I know they're companies and so on, but they're games companies to produce entertainment. And Overwatch 2, which is, from what I can tell, essentially the same game but with extra stuff bolted on and character redesigns, I don't know. To be honest, I guess it's the same as when they did Left 4 Dead 2. Because Left 4 Dead, there's Left 4 Dead, and then they did release Left 4 Dead 2, which was Left 4 Dead 1 with new stuff bolted on. That was before, they were both out by the time I had heard of either of them. But I don't think I would have approved, because I never play Left 4 Dead 1 now, because I've got Left 4 Dead 2. It has literally everything from 1, but more stuff. I don't like sequels that make the previous one obsolete. Even like Civilization 5 and 6. Like Civilization 5 is good in its certain ways, and 6 is good in its certain ways. Hey Black Cover, hey Zephyro. So I still play them both. Whereas certain games, when they release a sequel, they just make the previous one completely obsolete. And that's more of a thing when there is no story. You know, when there's a story, you go back for the story, like Infamous 1, Infamous 2, so on. But when there isn't a story to it, it's either just a collection of game modes or a multiplayer whatever, you know? Then you don't go back to the previous one when there's a newer one. And I don't like that as a model. Can something be too good? In what context, Black Cover? Does a sequel need lacking? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Well, I'm playing Arknights, but it's just on the background. It auto plays just so that there's something to watch while we're having a chat. Hey, Remy, you didn't spell it right. No, it's not with 2 Ks. There's only 1 K in Arknights. But yeah, we're playing Arknights. It's just on because it auto plays. You see, I'm not doing anything. It's on auto deploy because I played this level before. But yeah, we're just having a chat. It's just chatting stream, and Arknights is just a nice game to have on in the background because I go on it every day anyway, so I thought I may as well just put it on. Also, I want to have more Arknight stuff on the channel so that I can conceivably justify getting some Exousia outdone. Is this even real gameplay? Yeah, I played this before. I placed all these characters, I used their skills and so on to complete this level, and then you can get it to replay what you did to complete the level. I'm sorry, Raymay? Is it Raymay? Yeah, I know, Mimic. 1.7. Oh god, it's been so long since I last played 1.7. Right, I'll show you. So, I think this is the team I want. Yeah, it's fine. So I'll just play this one manually just to show, and then you can get what I mean. Texas there. Then at this point it just becomes, let's put her there. She's not going to be able to hold them because she can only block one. Ambrielle there. I know I'm just putting them in exactly the same places, but it doesn't really matter. This is such an early level, it really makes no difference at all. Skadi at the bottom. Oh, I haven't seen Telopsis' skin in action. She's got a little robot dog. Let's put Moose up there. Yeah, that's everyone. Cool. No, you must have her, what's it called? Potential up. You must have had a duplicate. Raimi. Apologies for the mispronunciation. Alternative timeline sequels? Do you have an example for that, Sam? I can't think of any. Actually, I'm okay with alternative timeline sequels. Oh no, I don't think I've ever talked publicly about that. I did once contact a developer proposing they do an alternate timeline sequel because I really hated the game that they released that continued the story. But yeah. It was Deponia, yeah. I didn't hide that very well, did I? Yeah. I contacted Daedalic and suggested that they do 2 other games for 2 other potential finales for the series, and I never heard back, which is a bit disappointing. Even just a thank you for emailing us would have been nice, but whatever. Deltarune. Well, Deltarune, well, sequels I'm fine with. You know, I'm not against sequels like that. Sequels that tell a different story, because stories with other way around. Games with stories are fine because they actually do something, you know? Like Fallout, for example. People complain that Fallout 4 wasn't very good. I have no idea why people say that. I loved Fallout 4. I thought it was fantastic. And it is now, I think, my most played game on Steam or something. Or at least second. I'm fairly sure it overtook. Don't say, come on, man. It's not obvious how your name is pronounced. I've apologised for getting it wrong. Don't be snippy with me. I said Raymay, and you said actually it's like this, so... look, whatever. I've apologised. I'm just going to call you Trainer, okay? Because apparently I can't say your name right. I'm just going to call you Trainer. Whatever. Moving on. Yes, like people complain about when they just release the same, essentially the same game, like Far Cry. Far Cry is one where they released 3, 4, and 5, and they're all essentially the exact same game. The mechanics and the gameplay is virtually identical. You could take a snippet of it, and they're just the same. With gimmicks. So 3 was the sort of the baseline of it. 4 added the flying things. 5 I've not played because 3 and 4 were identical. And the stories weren't very good. You know, they were more the stories were just sort of there to facilitate the gameplay, in my opinion. 4 had a terrible, terrible story. So that's one where they should vary it up a bit more. Assassin's Creed, I think they varied up too much. I don't know, it's very hard. I don't have a set opinion about what should and shouldn't get a sequel. Anyway, posture check. Ugh, I'm okay. I'll straighten my chair a bit. Oh. Far Cry and COD stories are so non-existent to me personally, hence why I don't play them. Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, I'm not a fan of COD for a similar reason. Sorry, my nose is just so bloody itchy. Ah, not used to being on camera this much. I don't know. Like I said, there is no hard and fast rule for what should and shouldn't get a sequel. And yeah, there's such variation in people's personal tastes that most things will be profitable if they do them, but that doesn't mean that they should be done from a industry point of view, I guess. Anyway, should we change the topic? I've been ranting about this for like half an hour. You should definitely fix your own posture when I say posture check. It's a posture check for everyone. Oh, feels weird sitting up like this. Sorry. I'm in a bit of a pensive mood. I've not really had an amazing few days, frankly. Had a lot on my mind and the like. Yesterday's stream really helped, though. That was a fun stream. Probably one of my favourite streams we've had for a while. And the Volcanoids one. Oh no, the Volcanoids one is the really fun one. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed the Volcanoids one on Thursday. That was nice. It's been storming the whole day there, wow. Huh. Right, I will be right back. I just need to pop to the toilet. I was planning on doing it. I'm not going to talk about that. I will be back in a moment. Just enjoy watching Arknights. Why did I almost go into bloody explain about that? I don't need to explain about it. The toilet. Ugh. Hey up. So my boiler's broken again. Oh, still broken, I guess. That is annoying, and I've got to get the plumber in to fix it again. Or fix it, continue fixing it, because he fixed one problem with it, and he's going to now come in and diagnose and fix this other problem. So that's annoying. Meant that during my shower the other day, yesterday or whenever it was, the day before, I had to wash my hair in ice cold water because the hot water turned off partway through the shower. So yeah, that's not great. But yeah, the carpet arrived, so I need to take some photos of these to work out which one I'd like. I'm thinking of going with the lighter one. Like, I was leaning towards the darker one, but I think the lighter one, but that's really, really not interesting to talk about, so I'm not going to talk about which bloody carpet I'm getting. How dull is that? Oh look, she's even got the little robot dog in the picture. I didn't notice that before. Right, let's have a Snoopy. What am I doing? Oh, I've reached another trust. Who is it? Aha! Reserve Op Team 6A. It's because I've got Midnight now, and he's been helping. Orchid still isn't bloody max. Well, I'll claim the strange Gashapon machine in the aisle. Okie dokie. Nothing weird about that. Who else likes saltwater taffy? Never had it. Right, what am I doing now? Oh, well, first of all, pop here. Go here and get them to build 28. Look how much that costs. 28 costs a quarter of my bloody LMD. It's ridiculous. Anyway. Well, that's just basically how I play anyway, Oxcare. Oh, the visits. No, I didn't. Thank you. Yes, that is the one part of my daily routine I did not do. Thank you, Mimic. I was wondering why I had so little bloody credits. Yes. Thank you. Don't know how many there would be. Probably 3, 4. Gachapon is the origin for the term gacha game. Ah, that makes sense. I assumed it was a reference to that sort of thing, but I didn't know how specifically. Alright, well no. That's the visits. Right, so I have got a 60 and 200, so I guess I'll just keep doing the 1-7. I want it to be over. I want to not need to do this. I really want W to be released so that I can bloody get W and stop doing this. I don't have any access clues at the moment. I sent them yesterday and I've used the only one I've had since then. That just sounds incredibly tedious, Oxcare, personally. But I'm not really one for these challenge runs of Pokemon anyway. Alright, here's a thing to discuss. So, you know how I wrote like 15 D&D characters? Because I've started playing D&D, I started playing D&D back in like February. And I'm still playing the first campaign, which you can read on my website. In the written works section, the first 3 chapters of The Wandering Combine, where I play as Ayla, the tiefling. The tiefling cleric. Who doesn't like violence and doesn't wear armor. Instead just wears a long white dress. It's beautiful. Anyway, well, I was still really into D&D after a session, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to make some more characters for future possible playthroughs. So I made 15. I have started writing some more. Yeah, I've started writing some more. And I think I've got 6 new ones I'm working on. Hang on, I can have a quick look while we're doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, as many as 10 new characters. I just like writing, and D&D is such an open book in which to write. It's why I like RimWorld, it's why I like Crusader Kings, it's why I like, there is a third example of that, Minecraft, because it gives you a set of guidelines and then it lets you just do whatever you want with them. You can just do anything. It gives you a road and says, travel down this road in whatever way makes you the happiest, and I bloody love that. So, if there was a sci-fi version that was as interesting to me, then I would definitely go for that too. But because D&D is fantasy and the most commonly played roleplay game, it's the one that I'm most likely to actually use these characters for. So the world fits in your head. I definitely could, yes, because there are... I don't know if you're aware of the copyright around Dungeons and Dragons stories. Essentially, anything that is unique to Dungeons and Dragons you cannot use in a book. You know, just like all copyright things, but I wasn't sure how it worked with this. But stuff like tieflings, beholders, mind flayers, all of these things are D&D copyrighted names and terms. So you could use facsimiles like fiendkin instead of tiefling, giant eyeball instead of beholder, tentacly head monster instead of mind flayer, etc. So they are is difficult to write and profit from D&D unless you get sort of written approval. You just can't do it. I will admit that is part of why The Wandering Combine is free. I was planning on writing it and selling it as a book. That is not a legal thing to do, so obviously I will not be doing that. Instead, it's all going to be completely for free, but it does mean that... hello, is that Godly Player? it does mean that if I was to take a character that could be D&Dified, like a human or an elf, something that isn't specifically D&D, and then I could write that story, then I could potentially sell that. D&Dified, yeah. And that could be something that's there could be a decent story to actually make and distribute. So this is all like stuff to be aware of and stuff. But from deep in the darkness rises a terrifying tentacly monster. Yes. So that's like that is, yeah, I'm just sort of Ugh. Sorry. Actually, I'm going to take these off for a bit because I don't actually have any gameplay to really listen to, and this will give me a bit of freedom. Would you write and publish a book? Not a YouTuber book, just a book. Well, I'm a writer. You know, I have a degree in creative writing. It was my plan to become a writer as my job. And then, and that's largely why I took a degree in creative writing. So I see myself as a writer. It's like, you get YouTubers and you get YouTuber books. And YouTuber books are YouTubers who've decided that they have an audience, they can sell a book. They're YouTubers who write. I am a writer who YouTubes. If that makes sense, you know, if you see the distinction. Wondering what accent. So, yes, I would absolutely love to do writing of some form as part of my job. You know, Pokesins is scripted, Anime Style is scripted, I've got a couple of scripted gaming series planned, one of which is Rota, that I've already released the pilot of, and I really, really, really need to get back to doing it. Well, I keep trying, Sam. I do keep trying to do that. Part of it is that it takes a lot of time to do both. I feel you need to commit to both in order to do them well. So the time it takes to do video work and the time it takes to write something properly, I find trouble. I have trouble doing them both at the same time. That's why I get so little writing done these days that isn't video related. Well, yes, I want my books to be independent of Gary and Reaver. I want my books to be Gar1. And that's part of why I got rid of the writing reward on my Patreon, because there isn't that much overlap in the audience. You know, the kind of people who watch my stuff aren't necessarily the kind of people who would read my stuff. And that's fine, you know, that's just how things work. But it means that... Hello, Baratram? Am I saying that right? But it means that if I want to do writing as a part of my job and a part of my career, or as a side part of my career at the very least, then I need to do it in a different way. So the Wandering Combine is... Oh, I forgot to pull up the thing. Oh, right, that's why you said Wandering What Accent at first. Okay. Alright, well, I'll do that shortly. Sorry, I didn't have the thing up, so I didn't realise you'd bought an accent. Currently I'm replaying 1.7. Farming Ori Rock. So yes, that's part of why the Wandering Combine is available for free on my website. It's so that people can get a taste of my writing and think, actually, yes, I think I would enjoy reading more by this person. So that's something down the line, but unless I want to commit a large amount of time to the writing part, then I have to do it this way. Oh, 5-5, I think, Baratrum. I've been farming Ori Rock since I found out Nyan would be released in on the UK, sorry, in the English. Yeah, the story's not been what I'm... Oh, is it 4? I'm on 4-9, okay. But yeah, I'm really not very far in the story. I've not been focusing on it at all. Just Ori Rock farming for the last like 3 months. But yeah, I do really enjoy writing, and the reason I brought all this up, well, as long as the sarcasm isn't intended to put me down at all, if it's just making a joke, then that's fine. Yeah, the reason I brought up all this thing about D&D and writing the other characters is, when are you too into something? Like, was this... I don't remember when I spoke about this. I don't know if that was in public or not. Alright, well, I might come back to that later. But anyway, so I'm writing these other D&D characters, and I was looking through homebrew races and online for other races, because I was looking for races that interest me, so that I could come up with a completely different thing of that character. But it sort of hit me. Am I too into writing these characters? Because by the end of this, I expect to have at least 20 potential D&D characters. 20. I'm playing my first campaign, and I've been playing it for 6 months. And I'd have 20 potential characters. And granted, 2 of those are earmarked for series on the channel, and I could very easily earmark more on this for series on the channel, do them on the channel. That would go, I don't know how quickly, I've no idea how long a D&D series on the channel would go. It's something I need to work out before I do it, but the point is that it's unlikely I will play many of these characters for years. So beat 1/7's challenge mode. Oh, I've already beaten that. Oh, with no melee operators. Alright, yeah, I'll give that one a go. No, it's a hobby, you enjoy it as long as you aren't hurting your livelihood and or your physical or mental health, it's fine. Yeah, that's more or less what because I was speaking to a friend about this last night, and they more or less said, if it makes you happy, then it's not too much. You know, if it's something that you can get invested in, something that brings out, in particular, my writing, which I sometimes find difficult to actually find time and enthusiasm to do. Right. Ooh, I'm not sure is this doable without melee? I'll give it a go. Okay, obviously you. You. Okay, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Borrowing an operator. Can I use her tentacles? Does that count? Hey, Pisces. Yeah, I don't know if I can do this. Get rid of him and have Sora instead. With sleep. No, I've already got Nyan. I farmed for her. Have you ever played Cuphead here? No, I've never played Cuphead. It's not my kind of thing. Can I use her tentacles? yeah, that's a quote. Alright, who can I borrow? Oh, is that Skyfire's E2 art? I've not seen that. I haven't got E2 Exusian. I'm not borrowing somebody else's when I've got an Exusia of my own. Let's try Angelina. Yeah, so when is it too much? He hasn't played Cuphead, but he has played Celeste. Yeah. If I put her there. Thinking the slowdown will be very useful. Oh god, it's just so slow on the regen. Eek. Right, if I put her there... No. No, I failed this. I failed this already. I don't think I can do it. I don't really know, to be honest, Sam. I am worried it's too much. I don't know that it's a guilt thing. It's like... I'm trying to... I'm trying to keep myself... Healthy's the wrong word. That implies something a bit, you know... Let's use Mimic's Monster. What would you do instead of writing the character? Well, I don't know. As in not write the character. You know, do something else. Do something that isn't D&D related. Yeah. I guess I don't really know what I'm talking about. Let's put that there. Well, at the moment I'm just doing a challenge that someone gave me to complete this without melee operators, which I don't think I can do. Let's put her there. Alright, this might help. I got through the first wave. But I'm saving up Ori Rock to roll for W when she's out. Yeah, I could practice drawing, but that's the thing, you see, it's about what I'm currently invested in doing. And currently it's not... currently it's writing D&D characters, you know? That's the thing that has drawn me in at the moment. Where's my mouse gone? Where's my mouse? There it is. It's fine. Oh, very nearly there. Right, where can I put her? There. Ooh, that was bloody close, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm not going to be adding someone during the stream, sorry, Baratram. But yeah, if you join the Discord. No, our tentacles aren't very good right now. I want blue poison. I need a bit of bloop. Bloop right there. Yeah, the thing is, I haven't upgraded her that much, and she doesn't have the range or the damage to do much good, whereas the other ones do, because I have almost finished this. I actually managed it. I'm surprised Mostoma saved that. I would have been screwed without Mostoma, I think. I might have been able to get by. I'm kind of tempted to try it now without Mostoma. Yeah, I'm going to try without Mostoma just to prove I can do it without her. Alright, no Mostoma this time. Damn, I don't have lava either. Lava would probably do the same trick. But I don't think I even chose lava. Whoops. Oh well. Yeah, but it's not just like D&D writing that I feel this way about. I just answered that, Baratram. So, yeah, it's not just D&D in particular that's the current thing that has caught me, but that's not, you know, by all means that's not the only thing that I feel that I can be too into, you know? Yeah, I don't have lava with me. That was silly. Alright, well, put her there as well, that'll help. She will get shot a bit from the bottom, but not much. Oh yeah, I think I might just bloody have this, you know. Good Exusier pointing down, and I've got a perfect little sphere of destruction. Use your ability. I'm not sure what that means, Baratram. Yeah, it's like, the other thing is anime. I tend to not watch a lot. I tend to be quite unusually sort of restrictive about what I will actually watch, because I'm a bit worried that I like it too much, that I enjoy watching it too much. And it sounds so weird when I say it, and I'm not explaining it at all well, but I guess that's just sort of a thing, and this is just the latest version of that I'm worried I'm writing too much D&D and too into D&D that it's I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, got a bit deep there, so let's change the subject a bit. Oh yes, do this Russian accent. 20 minutes of Russian. Hello. It is called passion. You shouldn't feel guilty about that. Well, I do not know that guilt is the correct term. It is more a concern about myself. That one should not indulge in one's obsession too much. So that is the point, I guess. I do not feel guilty about liking D&D. It is about yes, it is about I don't know, self-health, if that makes sense. I'm not entirely sure that it does. Anyway, enough about all that stuff you're talking about in the chat. Moving on, please. Thank you very much. Are you going to stop me, Batman? Why did you want me to say that? Is there a Russian Batman villain? I do not believe that I am aware of one off the top of my head. Speaking of Charlotte, yes, I still need to record the Miskatonic. And I need to have a vocal zone because my throat is going a bit squeefy. So, remember that you can vote for tomorrow's stream at the link in the description. Mr. Freeze has a bit of a Russian accent in one of the Batman series. I am unaware of that. I was unaware of that. So, yes, if you go to the description of the YouTube stream, you can find a link to a straw poll deciding what game it is that I will stream tomorrow. Three streams in 3 days is not something that I have done in quite some time. But today is a bit of an odd one, I will admit. It feels weird doing a live stream. No, the plumber did not come today. It is weird doing a live stream without my headphones on. It feels free. Yes, the 4 options for tomorrow's stream are Night of the Full Moon, Volcanoids, Pit People, and what was the 4th one? Oh, Mist Over. Merch plug, I can do that. Hello and welcome. Today I am going to be promoting the Gar1 range of merchandise. You can get the league rules say only one at a time. It is available on t-shirts, hoodies, books, stickers, backpacks, pull string bags, t-shirts. Did I say t-shirts? I probably started with t-shirts. And many other things. It is available to be found most easily via my website, which is linked below the Twitch stream and in the description of the YouTube stream. This is going to be a long 15 minutes because it has only been 5. Liberating. So, among other, there are other designs such as Tabby Town and Demon Eyes and Hello and hey, could I borrow you for a second? What is your personal clothing style? I do not understand the question. I guess t-shirt and camouflage trousers would be my personal style? Yes, probably t-shirt and camouflage trousers. You know, like my avatar on my channel and my Minecraft character. I am not based on them, they are based on me. What is your favorite color? That would be to up your blue is what it is called. That exact color is there because it is my favorite one. Who drew your avatar? Well, I have several. The original one was drawn based on my Minecraft character that I designed, based on me. but the original avatar, which is used in G-logs and anime style and the like, was done by an artist named Maya. Then the subsequent ones have been done by David, who does most of my channel art. What is your favorite number? 17. No, it was an odd question, but sure, whatever works for you. Any reason? Well, it is a cool sounding number. It is a prime number, which is always nice. That's about it, really. That is a bit of a creepy thing to say, Sam. I will not be repeating it. The style is not different to my channel art. I do not think. Oh wait, does my channel... No, my channel art has... Oh yes, my channel art currently has my Far Wind, and my profile picture has my Age of Decay design. Yes, that is true. Oh. Is my Twitch stream gone? No? No, it is still there. It did not show itself to be there. That is unusual. Yes, I suppose it is different. But yes, my default avatar, those are variations on my avatar, but the default avatar is the blue t-shirt and camouflage trousers of my Minecraft character. Although my Minecraft character is currently in the outfit of my profile picture on YouTube. And Twitch, I believe, as well. Probably on Twitch as well. Yes, on Twitch as well. I've been thinking about updating that picture. Removing the G and focusing more on the character. If you pay rent that is $525,600, then you are being ripped off, or you live on the Moon Palace. In Moon Palace. Did you know that it is sheer coincidence then that Moon Palace have exactly 525,600 as daily rent? No thank you, Sam. I am not a fan of musicals, so I would not like to rent a musical. Thank you for offer though, it is appreciated. Just to be clear, I am being facetious. I understand that there is a musical called Rent. Please do not tell me 70,000 times that there is. I am being funny. Trying to be funny. Whatever, moving on. Which is something that I wish I could be doing on Arknights, but no, I must continue to farm Ori Rock for the purposes of getting W when she is released. I hate limited operators. Anyway, what is going on with everything? How is everybody doing today? I was wondering why there was a certain person in the chat, but it is because it is a bot. That makes a bit more sense. Oh yes, apparently they are currently running September. Save up to 30% on recurring subscriptions. Yes, for the remainder of the month. Interesting. I really hope that continued to be no more limited operators. Didn't they add some sort of new advanced pity system for W on the CN server? I believe that they did do that. Some way that after 300 you could guarantee that you would get her or something like that? Because once I have finished farming all of the Ori rock for today, I will have a look and work out exactly how many rolls I currently have. What do you mean you made a soup? Would it not just be made soup? I've heard that I think that is an Americanism to say a soup. Similar to the way Americans say Legos as a plural instead of Lego as a singular plural. Hey, look at all of these Legos on the floor compared to hello, look at all of that Lego. That Lego or these Legos. It is an odd comparison. I do not know why Americans refer to Lego in such a way. Every roll gives you an item. When you get 300, you can buy W or Weedy. That is quite an interesting system. Although if you have less than 300 rolls, then it is a giant fuck you. It is unlikely that I will have 300 rolls. When did the Nyan roll begin? I'm trying to work out how quickly I gathered the rolls that I have. I think that they gave out 30 for free during the half event. But that was a month ago, I believe, that Nyan came out. Are we in the second 2-week period after that? Or has it been longer? I think we are in the second month. 75 you can buy the 5-star, but you need a full 300 to get W? That is absurd. Frankly, after rolling 75 times you will probably have the 5-star anyway. That is bullshit. But what I will do when I'm rolling for W is keep track and work out the percentage chance of getting a 6-star. How am I doing on things? Well, let's see, we have about 25 minutes left on stream. I guess I will just keep going for Aria Rock. It is a horrible process. Yes, Hung is a great example. What is one of the most Gar1 things you have heard? Did I say bollocks in a Russian accent? I thought it. Don't know if I said it. Yesterday on Discord, Pi shared a video of a redubbing of part of an episode of Doctor Who from the season 2 of The Revival, and it was very, very funny. I'm going to work out the percentage chance to get this thing. Ah, yes, that is quite a Gar1on thing to say. And in this video it had a Dalek saying bugger, and then having and then had a Cyberman also say bugger, and it made me realize that bugger is probably my favorite swear word, because despite its meaning it has a very light-hearted casual usage in the UK. Considering what bugger actually means, it's quite shocking, really, that it has such a casual usage. And my second favorite swear word is bollocks, which does have a less offensive meaning, but is slightly also slightly less casual. Excuse me, slightly less casual to use. But yes, I like bugger and bollocks. Do not take out of context. Do not take out of context. So, changing subject from swearing to something completely... and now for something completely different. You see that picture on my wall? That is a limited edition lithograph from for Dishonored. It is numbered. Number 59 of 300, because Dishonored is one of my favorite games. But anyway, I like to regularly change the posters I have on my walls, which is why I now have a Fallout and a Subnautica poster over here, and an Arknights poster up there, when 2 weeks ago I had VG cats and other things around the room instead. So I would like to replace that poster with, or that lithograph, with another picture, but I do not know what. You mean this super small picture in this super small window? It is not a small picture. Here. It's quite big. It's quite big. Isn't that It is quite a big picture, for, you must know. Anyway, I am thinking of replacing it with... Oh, we're done. Yay! No more Russian accent. Hope you enjoyed that. Ah! Oh! Got into it towards the end. Yes, I'm thinking of replacing that with something else, but I don't know what. I was going to get a League of Legends one. Like a nice big League of Legends picture, but from what I can tell, the shop that was selling it isn't there anymore. How clearly can you hear me? I'm intrigued about this because I don't actually know. Can you still hear me here? Can you still clearly hear me here? Because I'm just talking at normal volume at this point. Can you still hear me clearly when I'm talking at normal volume from over here? That's interesting. Probably can't hear me if I'm turning away from the camera, from the mic, not the camera. Here's an interesting thing I have. This is a really, really cool thing. With the special release of Dishonored 2, they gave out signet rings, which are identical to the ones that the characters wear in the game. And they gave them in this beautiful, like, imperial purple box. And it is, it's such a beautiful thing. It does seem to not have an amazing finish on it. It's like it's begun to rub off in one place, so I'd almost be tempted to maybe sort of wear it occasionally, but because it's beginning to rub off, I just don't want to risk tarnishing it. So I'm putting it back. I also have these. They were a birthday or Christmas present recent. Well, the one just gone. And does anyone recognize this? Well, thanks for watching, Oxcar. Yeah, that box of gym badges does seal. Yeah, I don't know if you recognise this coin at all, but it was from the first season of Lucifer. This is his coin. Quite a nice little cool thing to find on eBay. And you can't really see them from this angle. But I also have a series of poker chips, and they're mostly from the... bloody hell, that's covered. Like... Here. Sorry, I was trying to get the angle right. I've got the New Vegas limited edition, which is currently partially blocked by a damaged monolith, but I've got a load of poker chips and that. But I actually have a real life $5 chip from the Bellagio from when my parents went to Las Vegas, which is nice. Quite damaged. I want to get a new one. Sadly, it's unlikely I'll be able to because they're out of production because they've released a new ship version. Yeah, big shame, great shame. Very sad. Garen's very sad because I've had that for years and sadly it's all damaged and so on. I have full volume turned up on my phone and when watching can only hear you air conditioning. I don't have air conditioning, that's my PC you can hear. Fallout New Vegas. Oh, right, yes. I get you. I would love to visit. I want to do a New Vegas tour. I want to go to Las Vegas and visit the locations from the game because I love Fallout New Vegas. The only reason I don't now call it my favourite game is because last time I tried to play it, I decided against it, and that made me think maybe it isn't my favourite game after all. But it is still one I really like, and I would love to visit Las Vegas and visit the areas, the locations, see how well they recreated them in the game and so on. Oh, that would be great fun. So that's one of the things I want to do when I visit America at some point. Yeah. Any other things people particularly wanted to talk about? We've only got 15 minutes left. These ones I think I'd rather keep to a 2-hour stream, as they're a bit more, I don't know, informal. Tomorrow I'll go for a full 3-hour one, playing a game, one of the games on the thing. Vote now in the... Oops, sorry, thwacked my mic. Vote now in the description of the YouTube stream. If you're watching this on Twitch, go to the YouTube stream. No, I don't like coffee. I like coffee cake and coffee chocolate, but not coffee. But yes, go to the YouTube stream and you can vote there. Actually, I can just post it in the chat while this is going through. This is the advantage of this being... of playing Arknights during this sort of thing. Because I can tab out and it's just identical. So yes, vote... Oh, it didn't send to Twitch for some reason. I do have the sanity for 15 minutes. I've got another 100 that I've not used. There. Yeah, there's coffee chocolate. Oh, was it on Twitch? Sorry, it says it didn't send on Twitch. I posted it individually on Twitch after you said that. Sorry, before you said that, so that must be the one you're thinking of. Yeah, like Revels, you know Revels? Like the bag where you get like orange chocolate and raisin chocolate and Maltesers and just minstrels and coffee chocolate. I think that's pretty much the only instance of coffee chocolate that I'm aware of, but it's nice. I like Revels. If I could have any sort of bag of chocolate sweet, it would probably be Revels. And coffee cake, I kind of like. They used to serve it in my secondary school. Like giant slices of coffee cake for like... Oh shit, how much was it? £1 maybe? 40p? One or the other? Something like that, I don't remember. Bloody hell, that was so long ago. How do I not remember how much those were? But their flapjacks were the best. Oh, that's something I'm actually making, not flapjacks. I made flapjacks recently, but they were okay. No, I am making 15s. Have you ever heard of 15s? I don't really know what they are, but they're in my cookbook, so I'm going to make them. They are... Because I've got this book, it's 3-ingredient baking. And it's a whole cookbook full of things. And you only need 3 ingredients for each one. So like I made scones using self-raising flour, cream, and lemonade. Genuinely made scones. They were nice. Then there's, what else? Oreo fudge, that's probably my favourite thing in the book. Oreo fudge is condensed milk, Oreos, and white chocolate. And you just make fudge. I posted pictures on Instagram at the time. It's really, really nice. And now I'm making 15s, which are caramel digestives, condensed milk, and marshmallows. Got them in the end. So I might make that tonight if I can be bothered. They were amazing. What were the Oreo fudge or the scones? I also made palmiers, which were essentially sugar, cinnamon, and puff pastry. What else did I make? Oh, there was something else. Malteser tray bake. I don't really remember what that was. I think that was white chocolate, No, I don't remember. No, I don't remember what the Malteser tray bake was. But that was so good. Because when I make this stuff, you see, it lasts for a couple of weeks because it's just me here. So it keeps for a while and I just get a nice treat for a while. Oreo fudge, yeah. Oreo fudge is so good. Really, really sweet. Like, you can't have more than 1 or 2 pieces at a time sweet. But it's so good. Oh. Oh. Delicious Oreo fudge. And the probably... It's going to make me sound so bad. Right. Perhaps the best thing about making the 15s is it doesn't use a full can of condensed milk. Have you ever tried condensed milk? It is... Imagine fudge, but just the sweet part of fudge. That's what condensed milk is. It is the sweet part of fudge. Oh, so good. And there'll be about a quarter of it left, and it'll just go to waste. Otherwise, I'm going to have to be really careful with it. Because it's really, A, unhealthy, and B, really unhealthy. But yeah, hopefully, if I actually make it tonight, which I might, it's got to be left overnight, you see, to cool in the fridge. The 15s, essentially, what 15s are is crushed digestives fused with marshmallows. It's basically what they are. So it should be good. It should be tasty. Caramel digestives. So hopefully I'll be able to tell you how well that went tomorrow during the stream. So, I hope this chat stream was alright. Hope it didn't delve too far into rant territory. So this is why I think it's best to limit them to like once a month, because then I can we can talk about stuff a bit more freely. At some point I do want to do a special sort of chat on the Discord. I did seriously think about using that as today's stream, but I think I'd rather it be a bit more private, limited to Discord users. But I'll talk more about that another time. The rant was fun. Thanks. And I hope you don't mind me playing Arknights again on this. The more I play it, the more I can justify having Exuciate art. So I think this will be the last run of this I do, and then I'll call it a day. I honestly didn't expect to spend the entire time farming Ori Rock. I just find it very difficult to justify doing anything else. Who doesn't love a good Gar1 Reaver? Yeah, I do sort of need to get Voxeloria back up. Otherwise it'll just be another example of the podcast failing. The other reason I wanted to specifically do ore rock farming during this was it does free me up to talk more. You know, if I'm actually playing new levels and stuff, I've got to concentrate, and it becomes less a chat while playing Arknights and playing and changes it to playing Arknights while chatting. You know, and again, there's a distinction. Ugh, kind of tired. I had this weird dream. Very Marvel inspired. Like there was Thor's hammer, and I had Thor's hammer, but I also needed to gather 7 stones to make it indestructible or something. Ugh, it's slipping away. It was a weird dream though. Not a bad dream, just a weird dream. I just started another one, didn't I? Sorry, it's just so bloody automatic. Right, this will be the last run, and then I'll just call it a day. I mean, I can just stop at any point. I don't need to have finished a run, but whatever. You've seen it freaking 200 times by this point. I look forward to the day when I can play Arknights without having to worry about limited operators. Oh yes, I was going to work out how many rolls I had, so I will do that straight after this one. So I'll get my calculator out. This is the last one, I swear. Well, it's not. I still have to use up all the rest of my sanity. In more ways than one. Easy joke, whatever. Just be me and give up on collecting all the operators. No! No, I will not do that, Charizard. I've come this far. Gambler's fallacy. I'm being gambler phallicized all over. That sounded so wrong. Okay, let's have a look at how I'm doing. Let's go home. Okay. Oh, well, first of all, I'll collect these to get the extra 100. Because that's the advantage of farming the same level bloody 50 times a day. You get 50 times the kills. So I probably get 2,000 kills a day. So I easily complete that all the way up. And it means that just by doing all of that little bit, I can unlock all of the day's mission rewards. There we are. Have I got all the weekly ones? I have, yeah. Okay, so calculator. First of all, how much do I have? Let's go into the base. Oh, hey Max. Have you been here the whole time, Max? I thought I saw you earlier, but I could be wrong. Right, there. 44. Alright, so 44 to produce one each. And then I sell them. So 44 plus 1. Alright, ignore that one, so divide that by 2. 22, and then they get 20 each, so it's 440. That's how much I bloody made today, 440. That's it. Such a horrible system. But, right, second calculator. 81. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 times 1.5, so... No, 13 times 1.5. It's about 19.5, so round down 19. So 19 more. Divide that by 2, so 9 times 20. 180. 440 plus 180. 620. So today I made an entire extra roll. So 620 plus 48,785 to bring me to 49,000 divided by 600. Plus the 38 I have in Headhunters. So, by my count, once I have finished all of today's farming and converted it all from Ororok to Orundum, I will have 120.34 rolls. Give or take. For deviants and random. So, 120. I had 134 when Nian was released, and I got her. And I also have... no, not that one. This one. I just have 2 more to get there. 24 from what event? From the W event? Or from... well, I'm just talking about distinct ones that I know that I'm going to have. So, so by the end of this week, I will have at least 22. If it's been like 2 months, then I'm getting about 60 a month. No, less than that, 50 a month. Alright, we say I'm getting about 50 a month. In 2 months' time, I will have about 220 odd. So, hopefully that's enough to get W. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed Gar1onChat on the 2nd of September 2020. Thank you very, very much to everyone who watched. And don't forget to vote in the poll for tomorrow's stream in the description of the YouTube. If you're watching on Twitch, thank you for watching on Twitch. You can pop over to my YouTube and vote in the stream, or you can join my Discord or follow me on Twitter, both of which are linked below the Twitch, also in the description of the YouTube stream. And join the Reven family, I guess, because the Discord is really cool. Anyway, catch you later. Have a good day. See you tomorrow. Don't know what game we're going to be playing tomorrow. I should have them all installed just in case. Last I saw, Night of the Full Moon was in the lead, but any of them is perfectly fine. And I'm probably going to go write some more D&D characters because I cannot help myself. Thank you very much for watching. That way. Thank you, Exusier. And we'll catch you later. Bye-bye.